What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyblade or Burst. All right, look, so I'm your host, Michael Nightwing, if you did not know. And yeah, I just wanted to take a second to answer any questions you all may have about anything. Just do a quick Q&A, and I'm going to be making a thumbnail for a video that's going to be posted up later on tonight. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to put it up in the chat, and I'm going to do my best to answer every single one. Yeah, just don't ask me anything crazy and we'll be good to go. So with that being said, I'm going to turn some of this music up a little bit, vibe out to this, and yeah, feel free to ask me whatever questions you may have, and I'll do my best to answer them for you all. My favorite antagonist. So antagonist would be like not the main character kind of guy, and that would be Kai. I forgot Kai's last name, but would be from the Plastic Gen. Kai was the man, in my opinion, and always will be the man. Like, just Kai was just where it was at in life. So he's always gonna be my first choice. My favorite antagonist from Burst. Burst. I'm going to say Fi. I think Fi was the most interesting. I think Fi, he was the most complex of the characters. And he was just like really just a bad guy. Why do I have all that facial hair? Because I am a man. Yo, you have a good one. Enjoy your schoolwork. Make sure you do your best. Favorite OG Bit Beast? Dronzer all day, every day. No questions asked. It's always going to be Dronzer. Like, no one else is cooler. Yep, blue hair. Yeah, that was Kai. Kai, I think it was like Kai Hawaii or Hawani. Combo testing. Like I have my combos that I'm working on for Blader's Kingdom right here. But I'm not sure if I'm going to like post a video about it or not sure. So if I were to develop the next Beyblade system, how would it work? So to me, Beyblade Burst is the most complex and advanced of the systems, simply because the Burst system gives you an entire new dimension to work with. Like I grew up on the Plastic Gens, so all you had to do was worry about knocking your opponent out or outspinning your opponent. But with the Burst system, you really have to start thinking about like the strength of your Beyblade, if it's gonna be attacking, if you're using like a defense type, like how well it can handle, you know, taking damage and stuff. So I think the Burst system was the most elegant and advanced system of Beyblade. And will have to be my favorite when it comes to like utilization of like game dynamics in a sense. But if I were to reinvent a new Beyblade, like mechanic or mechanism, it would have to be a merger between Burst and the hard metal system from Beyblade Plastic Gen. Because I love the Plastic Gens, but you can't really do Plastic Gens as Burst because they spin in the direction that their contact points are. So this going up against, like, let's just say this is Devilos here. Devilos wouldn't spin this direction, it would spin this direction, right? Which makes the contact point very, you know, aggressive. which causes it to burst a lot easier, which is the reason why the remakes of the burst or the plastic gens for burst are just all around usually trash. At least the plastic gen ones are usually trash because of that reason. But one thing when it comes to the plastic gens is when you took them apart, you were able to change the spin rotation of the blade. So this core here, you just take this out, you pull out the little tabs, and then once you pull the tabs out, you can change this as a right spinning one to a left spin. So I could make this a left spinning, or honestly just take off these like outer pieces if I wanted to keep the same gimmick that's here. You can just take apart this system and then put on a left spin, and that was totally fine. And you can make the contact points for your blade aggressive or not aggressive. So like with this one, with this Dronzer, the contact points for this were right here. But if I wanted to turn it and make these the contact points and make it a left spin, I could. But you can't do that with this. But the hard metal system utilized contact points that weren't as aggressive, but still possess the knockout and KO ability that you got with the plastic gens. And then Metal Fight, of course, was the upgrade from that, pretty much making everything super round. So I would try and find a way to fuse the hard metal system along with the burst system to make some pretty awesome blades. Let's see. Do you have any plastic gen? Yeah, so I have Dronzer here, and then I also have Drasil here. I did order a lot of them, so I have a nice amount coming that you all will see in a nice big unboxing video. And I have one more. I just haven't been able to find it. It's my my original, because these I bought into my adult life on Amazon. But the one I had when I was actually like a child, I had lost it in the vents of my mom's house. And as an adult, I was able to figure out a way to actually get it out. So I received it or retrieved it, but now of course I've lost it again somewhere in my house. So I gotta find it so I can show you all that, because I want you all to see just how awesome I was as a blader. Let's see. Next question is going to be, where do you get all of your bays? I get them from different stores. The Portal Zero, Mall of Toys, Beys and Bricks, Everwish, and 4 Gaming are where I get my Takira Tomy Beyblades. I also get blades from Walmart and Target. And just so recently, I've gotten some off eBay, but these are older generation ones. And also comic book stores. Kimbo, my dude. Yeah, I've definitely, I just bought like a lot of plastic gens, a nice amount of plastic gens, and I plan on buying more because one, they do have a community here in Maryland. Like the Maryland Beyblade community is pretty powerful, which is awesome. And that gives me an opportunity to just play with people that really enjoy Beyblade the way I do. And they also like to play plastic gen. So they do plastic gen, HMS. So I'm like, well, I need to get myself some HMS then, because I don't have any. I don't have any HMS. I gave them all away when I was a kid. So I'm definitely buying those, and yeah. Yeah, Toys R Us tournaments were definitely awesome. I used to go to KB Toys tournaments. Yeah, that was just fun. Let's see, let's find some new music. Let's see, who would win a fight? Greatest Raphael or World Spurgeon? Probably Greatest Raphael in stamina. What kind of driver would you recommend for Guilty Longness? Just getting into Beyblade after a long hiatus. Plastic Gym. What's up? I mean, I'm currently using Charge Dash on Guilty Longness just to make this thing extremely heavy. Like if Charge Metal was available, I would be using that to add some more weight to it, but that's what I'm using to make mine just heavy. Let me see. What do you think is the worst Beyblade ever? It'll be any of the ones that Kenny used from the plastic gen. They have springs in them, and like his gimmick was like they hopped. super trash. They never worked. I mean, they bounced, but they were terrible. My son does not compete in tournaments just yet. Do you know how I could get a replacement part for Chose Achilles? Yeah, I would check out beys&bricks. They sell a lot of individual parts, and they may have the part you're looking for. So you can call some comic book stores. They may have some around. That's where I found the ones that I had. I just called some comic book old gaming stores, and then they had a couple. Where do you get Charge Dash, and why would I use Guilty in high versus low mode? Charge Dash comes out of the, I don't have it up here, but it comes out of a random booster with a Dronzer remake. And I like to use high mode, especially with Karma, because Karma really digs into my opponent to cause their blade to really feel damage and slow them down. That's how I've won some stamina battles with this combo, by really just hitting them harder than they could take. And then high mode, just because it redistributes the weight. So there's a lot of weight up top and a lot of weight at the bottom, which creates this really weird like space of no weight. So it's like real heavy, and just smacks. That's my non-professional answer. You're gonna do a room tour for your Beyblade room? Not really. It's not really, well, it's a lot here, but nothing really that much Beyblade related. It's not that interesting. I just have a couple of different sections for studio space, but maybe one day, maybe. Do you like the Atomic Driver part? The part of me loves it despite. Yeah, I love Atomic. I just haven't found a great use for it yet. Like, I've been really trying to find a way to make this Infinite Shield Solomon 2B combo work. I'm just having a very hard time because I want to use this. I love this like layer. I just haven't found a great way to use it. So still working on that. If I don't have a cat, I'll fight something. All right, let's see. I feel like my settings are. Let me change this. Yeah, it's on night shift. Let me turn that off. There we go. All right, there the colors look better. Favorite food? It used to be sushi, but I'm vegan now, so I don't really partake in the great sushi anymore. So now I'm gonna have to say it will fall under the lines of like stir fry, but essentially like oyster mushrooms. If I can get some mushrooms, we in there. Big mushroom fan. Oyster mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, lion's mane mushrooms. Yeah. Energy layer do I prefer? Are we talking burst or plastic gen? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I went to a couple plastic gen tournaments when I was younger. But at the same time, I also played Yu-Gi-Oh! My memory might be off a little bit, where I went to Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments and then played Beyblade like after the tournament. That could be the case. But I remember I used to do, there was like these kids in my neighborhood, or a neighborhood that was like down the street from me, like 5, 6 blocks. And a buddy of mine, he lived in that same area. We were walking and we heard people Beyblading. Like we heard that distinct clash of Beyblades, like going tink, 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 tink. So we went over, we like challenged them to battles and stuff. And we beat them all. And they were really upset. Like they wanted to fight us because we beat them. So we never played with them again. They were like really angry. They went by the name the Blade Crushers. Like, Blade Breakers was the original team, and they went by Blade Crushers. And it was just, they were really upset. Like, they were really mad that we beat them. Combo battles against my fans, not really. They are fun to do, but it takes a lot of time to set up all the combos and everything. And then people that don't get chosen start getting upset and angry. So it's like, I don't want to do this. It's fun though, but like having to get all the parts and make all these blades and then, But I will say TNJ Make 'em Burst does a lot of them, and also Spider. So if you want to do some of those, I would definitely recommend heading over to their channels because they really enjoy it, and not so much anymore. Not so much anymore. Have you found a bay that the reboot driver from Save Your Valkyrie works with great? Save Your Valkyrie had the shot driver, but I've never really tried the shot driver on any Beyblade. It's too gimmicky for me. So I've just not really used it. It's like, blah, whatevs. Whatevs. Just one of those drivers I have 3 of for no reason. Energy layer of over and bearing. Me personally, I would probably use Astral in left spin. Yeah, I'll probably use that. Or Bahamut, because I'm using Royal Bahamut right here with over and bearing. I don't watch basketball. I have this thing where I don't really watch things that don't make me money. My father always told me, find something you would do for free and get paid for it. And I like to do other stuff for free. And watching basketball is not one of the things that I do. I don't watch sports in general. Just like blah, whatevs. Yeah, you guys did stuff. Ooh. Not me. Not a sports fan. Loose for the End. It was all right. You know, it was gimmicky. It was a great Beyblade in the cartoon. Not so much in real life. Would you ever have a gaming channel? Technically, this is a gaming channel. I challenge you to my combo battle, and my combo is Vanish, Bahamut, 0 over Drift. Nah, I don't feel like doing that. Don't feel like doing that. But if you make your way out to one of my tournaments, then maybe we can talk. Maybe we can talk. Maybe. Maybe we can talk. I gave you mod because I thought you liked modding stuff, but I will go ahead and remove it for you. You seem very consistent in the chat, but not a problem. I will take it out for you so that you don't have that responsibility. I know some folks don't like mod responsibilities. What inspired you to use the name Nightwing? It's because it is my last name. My name is Michael Nightwing. So that is why I use the name Michael Nightwing. Because my name is Michael Nightwing. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so I got this here. Since I got so far for this. So I'm gonna add a little extra to it. So let's add like a layer here. And I'm gonna add some whatchamajunk. All right, let's change up the music. Let's do some Afro beats. Alexa, time.
The time is 5:33 p.m.
Sweet.
Hope you've enjoyed your Tuesday.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the love of my name. Thank you for the love of my name. All right. Add some M-bars. Oops. Oops. Come on. We go bigger. Actually, I kind of like that like that. My first Beyblade would have been, it was something Dronzer or Drigger. I can't remember which one, but it was definitely like a first generation. So it was definitely a first gen. So now I want to add another layer, but I want to make my logo. Do I have my logo in here? Let's see. No, I don't have my logo here. All right. Let me download it 1 second. All right, here we go. Let's see. I want to use the. I'll use the black one. Oh, where was some of my files? Yep, there it is. Already had it. Sweet. Let's see. What do you think about the new Altered Valkyrie rated amongst the other stock Valkyries? I don't know. I do not have it, so I cannot give it a rating. Since I do not have, I cannot rate. So I appreciate you always saying, tell your mom and random people you love them. Mom passed away, and I really like to tell people. Yeah, I think it's important to let people know that you love them while they're alive and not wait until they're no longer there, because then you're going to regret all the things you didn't say to them. Like, I love you. All right, so I want to take this. I think I want to crack it in half, though. How would I crack it in half? Something is like taking this logo here and then just like. So let's see. I think that'll work, and then just copy and paste that. Yeah, okay, that'll work. But actually, no. So now I gotta take it again. Ah! There we go. So I don't need this one, and then I can delete this one. All right, give me back your mod, man. What is my Hasbro opinion? What is the Hasbro Beyblade in your opinion? Like the best Hasbro Beyblade? Like stock combo wise? I gotta think about that. Like currently they've all been pretty bad. Where do you plan to give away the entire? Don't know if I'm going to give it away. I don't know if you all deserve it yet. I don't know. Maybe like when we get maybe when we get 5,000 signatures on the petition, then we may do a giveaway. Maybe. That's not a good idea. We'll see. How can I make Master Develos better? Master Develos around Extend Plus. Positive is where it's at. If you're not positive, then you're just negative, and no one wants to be around negativity all day. Do you have a favorite burst bay? Like favorite stock combo burst Beyblade? Probably Union Achilles, because it has so many different modes. Just like that I can do all that. Yeah, the petition's going decent. Let's take a look and see what we're up to now. But I just recorded a video. I'm editing that a little bit later. The hardest part of this actually will not be, in my opinion, talking to the companies. It's going to be talking to the people. There's a lot of negativity that people have just towards the idea itself. Like, they're so negative. They're like, this won't work. This is dumb. That's impossible. Who do you think you are? You don't have the ability to do this. And it's funny to me because like listening to these people, I can tell they have like a lot of sadness in their heart, because like only people that are really sad can be so negative, you know? So there's a lot of negativity towards it, but I think it's funny. Because when I make it happen, they're gonna be like, wow, I didn't think you could do this. So I'm gonna laugh about it like that. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. Like, people are so negative. They're like, this is impossible. This can't be done. I'm like, why y'all like this? If you don't try, you never achieve anything. Like, I would much rather try than say I didn't work versus just saying it would never work, and then that's the whole thing. But that's just a whole nother topic. Be careful who you share your ideas with, because people will drain you because they think things aren't possible. Oh no, not that. Let's see. You lost against World Spring on Raphael. Ooh, that's sad. Yeah, I've been getting into like, I know they're having metal fight tournaments here in Maryland, and then they also are going to they have some plastic gym tournaments I see. So I'm gonna, go to those, because I mean, why wouldn't I? Who doesn't love like the plastic generation of Beyblade? I know I do. Happy birthday, Ryan. What's up, boss? What's up? Want to show me Christmas? So right now, boss make. Oh, nope, he hung up on me. Let's see. If you had to burn such a short Beyblade from your collection, which would you get rid of? Mine personally, I would get rid of Jet Wyvern. What's the most useless Beyblade I think exists? It's actually a really good question. It would probably be, maybe the original Bushin Ashindra, because the modes were terrible. Mode was terrible. Good to hear. Do we predict there ought to be more speed and stronger launchers? I don't know how much stronger they can make these launchers, and if they do, well, they're going to have to make them stronger if they're going to keep making Beyblades, because they're just getting huge. And you need just a stronger launcher to deal with the amount of weight and momentum that goes with it. So if they're going to keep making large Beyblades, then they're going to need to make stronger launchers. But at some point, it reaches the top. It reaches a pinnacle, which is what I'm getting at with the whole reboot thing, because like, once you get to a certain point, you can only get so strong. It's like the power-up complex thing, or paradox, like with Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and stuff like that. You can only get your character so strong before you gotta figure something out. Like, you guy's too powerful. So like what they do with Naruto and Sasuke, ripped his eye out and took away his demon. Like, that's the only way to nerf them, because at this point they're just too good, too powerful. So I think that's what Burst is getting to. The double chassis system was definitely a sign of that. Just too powerful. So they went backwards a bit with the DB system, but they had to make them heavier to make them compete. So it's just a lot. Oh, another call. What's up, boss? You want to show me Christmas? Oh, wow, that looks awesome. So right now, boss making show me the Christmas lights that are outside. More like the windowsill, but, you know, I get the idea. I get the idea. Oh, yeah, that looks awesome, buddy. No, really? That's crazy. All right, buddy. See you later. All right. Love the enthusiasm. I feel like people doubt that the pitch system would work because of the language barrier, and a lot of Japanese are extremely xenophobic towards non-Japanese. I mean, I don't understand why people, like, I don't get it. Like, business is business. I talk business. That's what we talk. I'm having that video and future videos on the topic will be translated in Japanese to also attract that crowd. But I feel like people that are just like pessimistic towards things that they haven't tried are, in my personal opinion, not people to hang out with, because you always want to stay away from people that have a problem for every solution, you know? So I have a solution I'm trying to work on here, and then there are people that have problems for that. They automatically have a problem, like that's not gonna work. So I usually stay away from those kind of people because I don't need you telling me something's not gonna work just because you don't think it'll work. Unless you really think it won't work and you have like a reason why, not just, oh, it doesn't sound like it's gonna work. Like, sometimes things don't work, but some things you try, some things you work, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But yeah, I don't get it. And then people, are like, well, folks that don't speak Japanese, they don't like us or whatever it may be, like, then don't buy their toys. Don't buy their toys, and that means they'll definitely start listening. Random booster prizes go for a lot of money. Simply because you have to, like, in order to get one, you have to get it randomly, essentially. So it's a chance. So you may buy 100 and only get the prize twice, versus any other Beyblade where you buy it, that's what you get in a box. Well, so you just said, you kind of answered your question where you said, why are rare bays and limited editions so expensive? Like, it's rare, it's not common. Things that are rare are going to cost more money, because if it was cheap, then everybody would have one. Best stamina driver in burst? It's usually bearing or extend plus. Wear that headband. What headband? I feel like this is gonna be the thumbnail. I feel like this will work. Like, very simple, kind of straight to the point. Nightwing's broken. Let's try a different pin real quick. It's like a flare. It's like a red flare. Now I feel like the red clashes. Let me do maybe like purple. Let's see how purple looks. That looks cool. There we go, purple flare. Wow. Best energy layer besides Astro and Robot Hamid. If you're talking competitive, people like using the Dynamite F gear combo. That's a very good layer. It's used a lot in tournaments, wins a lot. Catch a letter, be safe, be safe, be safe. The impact driver from Xeno Excalibur. Huh. I can't remember which one that is. Well, so when I said remake Plastic Gen, I think I was very specific about what I thought on it. And I'll revisit the topic in the video. But just in case I wasn't, to clarify, I literally meant remake the Plastic Generation starting from the very beginning and then do that series from start to finish. Like remake it, essentially. I think it's a very specific thing. Remake these Beyblades using these exact same molds and just reboot them. That's essentially what I was thinking. Favorite sparking Beyblade? Probably a Hollow Doom Sizer or a Death Scyther. Do you know that God Valkyrie is very expensive if you find one new in box? No, I never look for it. I don't own one, and I don't have a Takira Tomy version. I don't want one at the moment. Best stamina combo, attack combo, defense combo, balance combo. To answer that, I would recommend you go over to the World Beyblade website and check out that. They have a lot of like the best combos and stuff, like ranking wise and everything. It's a great way to find out what combos are really winning. Like the tournament I just went to, you can see the top three all were using pretty much the exact same drivers. Yeah, like drift, extend plus, bearing. Yeah, drift, extend plus, bearing, zone, dash plus Z. Yeah. The impact one was the triangle-shaped rubber was super aggressive to the point where it was unusable. Oh, that one's dumb. That one was kind of weird. Didn't make any sense to me.
I've never seen an oyster.
Yeah, so this is gonna be the I think I'm gonna use this as the whatchamacallit. Actually, I might make like myself bigger to really show like the devastation of my face. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the thumbnail right there. What do you all think? What do you all think of this thumbnail? Let's see, an official resale of Plastogen, I'd be down. But I'd love for them to make some alterations. I was thinking maybe adding metal like Chozy did. See, so one of the things I need folks to think about when it comes to, I think, this is an app called Procreate, but pretty much the same thing. So the Jasmine Blader made an argument that people hear a lot. Folks are saying they want to see the Plastogen, like just making a remake doesn't make sense. They need to make it better, yada, yada, yada. And I get it. It makes sense, and I'm not against it. If that's what they decide to do, I'm not against it. But what you all need to think about is what I am proposing is a money-saving opportunity for them. So in order for them to remake this, right? And now what I heard from one BayTube is that they erased or deleted or trashed all the molds for these Beyblades. So they don't have the original molds anymore for these, so they would have to remake the molds anyway. If that's true, I was unable to receive any information like stats about this. That's just something he said that, happened. So I don't know if he's truthful or not. I'm not saying he's a liar, but I don't have any facts to back up the fact that there are no molds. But my thing is, if they have this mold already, saved on their computer system or whatever it may be, in order to remake this, you just need to grab that same mold off the shelf, put it into the system, and then it just makes, and they just get them remade. So that requires zero money on engineers, zero money on, research and development. They already have the Beyblade, so they just remake it. It's a money-saving thing. So remaking it, adding metal, and doing this other stuff changes the fact that it's a money-saving tactic. All right? And one thing I need to keep in mind is I am a businessman, so I think of things in a business way. And the people that are listening and commenting are most likely not business minded, so may not understand exactly what I'm talking about. So I need to make sure I explain it. This is what I'm saying is a 100% money saving tactic where all they have to do is, I'll come back to this later, remake the mold that they already have, use the molds they already have, which saves them money. And then making alterations, let's say they did upgrade them. A lot of people are saying these are too light, they're not competitive. If I'm not mistaken, that's what people said about the very first generation of Beyblade Burst. It's too light, it's not competitive, and they were comparing it to Metal Fight and everything like that. But look where we are now. You have to keep in mind that when I was talking about the power paradox, they reach a point, like a pinnacle, where they can only make things so powerful. And then when it gets to that point, what do? Stop it, right? You just stop. And then when you stop, you have to restart somewhere. You start back where you started at the very bottom and work your way back up. And that's what we're working with here. These Beyblades are getting to a point where they are difficult to burst. They need to have stronger locks so they can be stronger than their previous version. And eventually just needs to reset. Beyblade's gonna have to reset. And when Beyblade resets, when people say 3 to 5 years or whatever it may be, it's gonna have, when that goes through a reset process, well, I'm offering and saying, why not do the remakes of this so there really is no need to make a reset and limit the money from the franchise, You just remake the anime or master the anime and then re-release the toys. And that's how it gets done. As you release the toys and the anime goes out, new people are watching it. They go out and buy these new Beyblades. and there's a whole new plastic generation of people that are buying these. And then if that works, you go to the next version and the next version, and you keep that up for the next couple of years, because the original plastic gen only lasted 3 years. So you let that do its thing for a couple of years. And then if you're ready to release a whole new series, then go ahead and do that. Or if you want to continue with this, you can do that as well, and then save your new series for another time. So it's all about saving money, making money, and utilizing what you already have instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, if that makes sense. Ooh. But yeah, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to go in the house and do stuff, right, essentially make dinner. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. This was my What's Your Majigger video. Just making this thumbnail, doing a Q&A, and chatting with you all. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you were able to, learn a little something if you were wondering anything. And yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. So yeah, you all be safe.